that LA's most famous landmarks, including the Hollywood sign, could be lost to wildfires. The Sunset Fire became the sixth blaze to break out in Hollywood Hills last night and has already expanded to Mulholland Drive, Sunset Boulevard, and the Hollywood Bowl. There are now fears that the nearby iconic Hollywood sign, Griffith Observatory, and the Dolby Theatre where the Oscars are held are all at risk. The fire currently covers more than 50 acres and is 0% contained. A mandatory evacuation order is in place. Fears are growing that
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit, just kind of updating on these fires out in Cali. As we know that pretty much, I won't say all of LA, but the outskirts of LA is pretty much catching all types of hell now, with insurance policies being canceled months before the fire, people having to evacuate their homes and be relocated, to people who are taking up space in Airbnbs. And now it says here the Hollywood sign is now covered in flames, which this is all spiritual, man. And what's happening in California is nothing more but an omen as what's just getting ready to happen to this whole landmass, all right? Because California is just that's just the tip of the spear. That's just the icing on, well, not, I wouldn't even say the iceberg on the icing on the cake. It's like basically it's just like a small, minute fraction of what the Lord is getting ready to do to this place. And he's burning this place, man, because they brought out a list of celebrities that houses was pretty much destroyed or had to evacuate, from Ricky Lake to Jamie Lee Curtis. Lord God, I ask, guess she gonna have to do more Halloween movies now. You know, all that shit she was talking about, anti-S, and how people are anti-S because they speak against the small hats. The hell out of here, man. But the Lord is basically bringing hell upon you entertainers out here. In California, hey, that's been seeing the Lord's wrath for the last 7-8 years, probably longer than that. Because it's not a fact that fire is uncommon out there. It's very common, but to this magnitude, people are stating that this is the worst that it's ever been. You see? So with that being said, man, this shit is wild, okay?
I just want to say one thing about these LA fires. As I stand here in Santa Monica in the shadow of the Palisades fire back behind me, pretty much that's all burnt down, so that's done. Now there's a new fire in the Hollywood Hills. There's a fire in Pasadena. Let me tell you one thing about LA. These places that are burning, the people that live there are the top 1% of worldwide society. You're talking about the richest of the richest people on the planet live up there in the Pacific Palisades. People like, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag lost their house. Actor James Woods lost his house. My wife's boss's son sadly lost his house with his brand new Ferrari parked in the garage. Now, why this is sad is because he had just bought that Ferrari after selling his McLaren. Very sad. Thoughts and prayers to you. Now the Hollywood Hills is on fire, okay? This is not like South Central LA burning where people that can't afford to rebuild are losing everything. No. This is the richest of the rich losing their house. They're gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna be fine.
He basically, in a roundabout way, he said, fuck you. And you know what? I ain't mad at this guy, man, because you know what? You spend tens of millions of dollars on these homes and you barely even live in them, but yet you got homeless people maybe 20 miles outside of Palisades that live in South Central LA. Homeless. You got what they call Skid Row, when you got a bunch of homeless and tent camps that's set up on the side of the E-way out there, living in Cali, and yet, you know, these people are just bums on the street, but yet these people can afford $30 million mansions all because they sold out and took a hold of the Baphomet. You know, and you know what? Good for you celebrities, man, because like I said, man, you're, like he mentioned, he said you're the top creme de la creme of LA in general, and yet, you know, you got people out there that's homeless, that's poor, and you getting fucked over, which we speculate that Esau Edom is behind it, using DEWS, which is called for direct energy weapons. All right, now you got these stupid idiots in the comment talking about, look, they may be rich or wealthy, but the memories and all the stuff they have collected their entire life has burnt up. So fucking what? Okay, this is nothing more but a recompense from the Heavenly Father, because what about Tulsa, Oklahoma? Y'all seem to forget about that, when these rich elites of Hollywood have directly capitalized off the destruction of our people, man. Okay, you wouldn't have a funding from Hollywood or all that other shit if it wasn't for Esau enslaving Jake, our people, and building up this place for free slave labor. You wouldn't have that shit, man. So you know what? Good for them. I don't really, hey, it is what it is. Hey, look, judgment is judgment. Judgment does not discriminate. Okay, so let's look this up real quick, then we'll get a couple of precepts. List of celebrities' homes on fire, and see what it tells us.
You guys, I've been getting bits and pieces of this, but I haven't seen a complete list until now of all the celebrities that have lost their homes in the Palisades fire. This is unbelievable. Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, Miley Cyrus. She's lost 2 homes to fires. That's crazy. Ben Affleck, Jamie Lee Curtis, Anthony Hopkins, Billy Crystal, John Goodman, James Woods, Maria Shriver, Mandy Moore, Eugene Levy, Miles Teller, Paris Hilton, Fergie, Adam Brody, Leighton Meester, Anna Faris, Diane Warren, Heidi Montag, Spencer Pratt, Cameron Matheson, Ricky Lake, Betsy Johnson. This is unbelievable. I mean, this is not just about celebrities. I mean, it's about everybody that has suffered a tragedy by
all degenerates, starting from Tom Hanks, found out he was in that whole Epstein shit, Steven Spielberg, Miley Cyrus, Ben Affleck, Jamie Lee, Anthony Hopkins, John, all of them are a bunch of damn degenerates, man. Sellouts, they've all sold out, they've all partook in satanic rituals, and this is how they got to where they are today, and this is why the Most High is bringing judgment. Like the Lord said he was going to do judgment on the graven images, man. Okay, and these people, they got millions of dollars. They got homes in Florida. They got homes overseas. They got farms. Like, trust me, that was just like that was probably like a playhouse. You know, they ain't missing shit, you know what I'm saying? They got other, like this nigga Michael Jordan. He got 3 damn mansions, man. You see, he's trying to sell one, I think for like 12 million. But even then, he got like 2 other houses. So they're not hurting for anything, man, you know, but it's the people that don't have anything that's being displaced. All right. But anyway, it's funny because Joe Rogan, they called it a prediction. And really, I don't think it was a prediction. I believe that they already knew what was going to transpire before it transpired overall. Because, you know, like I said, these people, man, they're insiders. Okay. So let me get a precept real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 28:2. It says, behold, the Lord have a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as the flood of mighty waters overflowing should cast down to the earth. Okay, because you got freezing temperatures in the south, followed by T attacks. Okay, you had an ordeal in Vegas. You had this ordeal in Cali. You had the East Coast that's damn near 3 feet under snow. We're in a polar vortex. We had one of the, according to Esau, we've had one of the worst ice storms in 6-7 years, which I've seen worse. But nonetheless, this whole society is getting jacked up because for the simple point, nobody's obeying Yahweh Shai or listening to his prophets, man. So this is why the Most High is bringing judgment on this place. And you know what? We ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, you think this is something? Wait till the Most High really starts to open up on the inhabitants of Babylon. Because you celebrities, man, you got a lot of blood on your hand. Okay, for the shit you push on TV, all the wickedness, the shit you push on our people, and how unjustly you've gotten riches. Like the scriptures say, trusting in uncertain riches. So this is the book of Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at verses 29, and it says, and immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the sun was darkened in Cali because they showed you something that look out of that movie called Armageddon with Bruce Willis that came out like in 1995. That's what it looked like out there. It looked like Homestead for real. Cause like if you brothers ever go see that movie Homestead and you watch like the first 5 minutes, LA looked just like that when they donated that damn atom bomb or that nuclear weapon. And the Most High is not playing with you people out there, man. Period. Okay, you got brothers out there that's been prophesied since we got on YouTube back in its inception in 2007. You had the elder brother Mawaltazar. You got the GMS LA camp out there that's pretty much foretold of these events. And what you didn't take heed to the prophets, man. Okay, them brothers out there week in and week out. And the Lord is so cold during the time of the pandemic. The Lord started to separate those brothers into different pockets of LA, man. So every last one of you then saw and heard the word, and you've seen the prophets out there. Same thing gonna be for Chicago. Same thing gonna be for the West Coast. I mean the East Coast. Same thing gonna be for down there in Dallas. The same thing gonna be here in Kansas City. Okay, we've been telling people that this place is gonna get hit with an earthquake so devastating to the point they may not be able to recover. Okay, because you got a lot of rich devils that live out here that got homes in California, but they've built homes in Kansas City for cheap, and it's causing our fucking rates to go up, man. Because they can come down, they can come out here and they could survive 3 times on a California salary living in Missouri. Please, man. And you got some big mansions out here, you know, especially down at the Lake of the Ozarks. That ain't nothing for a billionaire in Cali to get down there, man. All right. But it says here, the sun should be darkened and the moon should not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And this is what's happening, man. Because they had this one guy, I forgot, I think he was like some famous anchorman. He was basically on there crying and shit, talking about, hey, my house, my house. Nigga, fuck your house, man. All right? The hell with your house. That ain't all you finna be crying about. You got it good still. Because guess what? When you get in slavery and you have to serve out your punishment for all the evil you've done since the beginning of your inception, since you were Cain, hey, losing a house is gonna be the least of your concerns, man. Okay, you're getting ready to lose who you are as a person, and you're getting ready to ultimately lose your spirit. You're getting ready to lose your humanity, man, once you get under our thumb, because we're going to put hell on you Edomites. Okay, losing a house is the least thing you devils should be worried about. You're getting ready to go into 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, man, and we ain't going to let up on you. So, hey, this is just the beginning for you. It gets worse. And it says here, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and it says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in clouds of heaven with power and great glory, man. All right, and these are the signs that we're watching, that we're witnessing. All right, matter of fact, look this up. Prophets early, sending them, RLY. Yep, Jeremiah 25, and I'm going to start at verses 3. And it reads here, matter of fact, let's start at 4. It says, and the Lord, matter of fact, yep, let's start at verses 4. It says, and Yahweh have sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear. And they say, turn ye again now everyone from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord have given unto you, and your fathers forever and ever. Because you got a lot of Jakes that live out there too that got money. Okay, don't get it twisted. Jake is rubbing elbows with Amalek, man. Okay, you got some rich Jakes out there. It ain't that many, but you got quite a few. Okay, like Michael Jordan, hey, he can afford to build a house. LeBron James can afford a house out there. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, even though Kobe's in the spirit world, allegedly, you know, they can afford mansions in California, man. Denzel Washington, Denzel's worth $450 million, man. Tom Cruise, found out that he was a Jake. You know, they're worth a lot of money. So, hey, you've been warned. The prophets have been out there. And really, all Babylon has been warned. All right? Look at Joe Rogan real quick, and then I get one more precept and we'll end it.
He goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and the fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean. And there's not a fucking thing we can do about it.
And Wiley's, Chilada.
I felt like it could fall apart at any moment. It was
Yeah.
always like I was always waiting for the next earthquake or the next fire. I was evacuated 3 times from my house from fires. Yeah. Last one, 2 houses in front of my house burnt to the ground. Right in front of my house.
What the
Yeah, the wildfires were crazy.
Yeah, it's scary, right?
Scary. When you see them coming, you know, I came home from the Comedy Store, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and me and my wife were looking out the window at the fire coming over the hill. And we made an early call. We said, look, if we're wrong, we'll come back. The house is still here, but let's just get the out of here now. I'm like, that's too close. They weren't evacuating yet. I'm like, let's get out of here. And so we got all of our shit, and we got a hotel in Beverly Hills. And then next thing you know, it swept through our neighborhood.
That's horrible.
It burnt 40 houses in my neighborhood.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it was crazy. It was weird, man. And when you see the walls of flame that are from the left to the right, everywhere you can see is flames. You see houses going up. It's spooky, man. It's spooky like a horror movie. I talked to a fireman once. He was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind and fire's going to start in the right place and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean and there's not a thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When they're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air and those...
Yeah, because fire needs oxygen. You know, one thing about it, they say if there's a fire, last thing you want to do is open the window up unless you plan on jumping out because it's going to make the fire spread quicker. But the funny part about it is it's not even fire season out there. You know what I'm saying? Like these things don't occur until like later on in the year. And it's weird. You know, I think this was done deliberately, you know, because you got this guy, Gavin Newsom, that pretty much turned down a proposal for the water system all because he wanted to preserve a fucking fish that's not even native to LA, to Cali, man. He had a proposal that people voted on back in 2014 that they wanted to allow fresh water to run from Canada and from the mountains into California and find out that the fire hydrants are pretty much empty. Because remember last year, doing the droughts and shit in 2023, they were talking about how they had a water restriction that people they had to conserve water. Back in my mind, I'm like, you got this big ass ocean. You got the biggest ocean on the planet Earth, and yet you don't have access to water. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't convert that salt water into to be usable. You see what I'm saying? It's like it didn't really make sense, but find out that, you know, he turned down a $17 billion budget plan or some shit. And now look at it, you know, because that's their left-hand priesthood that's at work. You know, so Trump basically called his ass incompetent. He's blaming Gavin Newsom. And then you got that chick, what's her name? Karen Bass or Bass or some shit. That fucking hammerhead demon. I think she's over there in Ghana talking about, oh, we're going to monitor it from here, man. Yeah, he knew what the hell was going on. You see what I'm saying? So they've been playing you people the whole time. And wonder why you people ain't rise up yet, because you slow as all goddamn hell. All right. But anyway, precept 2nd Ezra 8 and 50, it says, for many great misery should be done to them that in a lot of time should dwell in the world because they have walked with great pride. Right, man. And you people are proud as all hell. Like going back into this celebrity list right here, Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, they are all juiced in with the cabal. Okay. Anna Faris, which I didn't even know she even had that kind of, you know, she did a couple of scary movies and, you know, scary movie flicks. I guess the Wayne brothers paid her good, you know, but regardless of it, man, these people are doing underhanded shit. All right. Like they was comparing this to the Maui situation, Lahaina, you know, but it says, I could care less. Most have several homes and loads of insurance. My heart bleeds for the people in Appalachia who are still digging out from their homes. Families still haven't been found. It says, where's the list of Asheville, North Carolina? Exactly. People are like, fuck these people. You know? So, hey, it is what it is. But it says, but understand for thou for thyself and seek out glory, for such as be like unto thee. For unto you paradise is open and the tree of life is planted. And the time of come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded. Rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell and to be forgotten. And corruption starts with this place, man. And once this place is finally said and gone, that we can have a life of peace, man. The life that we truly want. Okay? James 5:1. Go to now ye rich man, weep and howl for your miseries that should come upon you. For your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your riches are corrupted. Yeah, you've gotten it through deceitful means, through wicked means. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it was fire. And the Lord ain't done stripping you people down yet. Okay, these are the how. That's the least you got to worry about. The Lord's getting ready to burn y'all ass up, cause you celebrities, man, you ain't going into no bunkers with the elites, man. Okay, the most you can do is build a fallout shelter in your backyard under your fucking $250 million mansion. But even then, you ain't gonna be able to escape the missiles, because the Lord is gonna level this place, man. And it says, and ye have heaped treasures together for yourselves for the last days, man. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna end it giving all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord's, will you edify to the next lesson? Shalom.
She came in last night telling me, she was saying, hey, get up, get up, get up. And I just laid there, because I'm used to going through tragedy living in California 30 years, right? But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she says, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street. We pass a fire about half a block away from our home. And when we passed that fire, I'm nervous because the fire hadn't gotten north of, it hadn't gotten west of Lake. And we're west of Lake. So it hadn't gotten there. So I'm thinking, track down the fireman, tell him, he goes up there, comes back, they don't do anything. And so then we sit in the house all night, and now we're back, but we come back about 8 o'clock, and we see that everything has burned up. The house is totally engulfed in flame. Have a secondary home behind it. It's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything, because I'm like, okay, we're going to be all right.
And they so desensitized to that shit. It's a whole fire in the background, and this dude just like ain't nothing happened. And that's why I'm skeptical about these news reporters too, because sometimes this shit is done on a green screen. Sometimes the backgrounds don't even be real. Because for one thing, that's a lot of smoke and soot in the air. How in the hell are you even able to breathe that shit? I know these news be setting up props and shit too in the background to get a cover story. Like, sometimes I refuse to believe people are out there actually filming that. This is why we go to alternative media. But anyway, with that, shalom.